Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. This is part 2 of my Weather API series, where we're getting the weather from the internet with an API. And it's pretty cool stuff. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, go watch that so you know what we're talking about. Then come on back. All right, so yesterday we learned all about the API call, what we have to do, the URL that we have to use, this guy, right, to get what we want. There's other forms of this too. I put some other ones online for you. Here's 2 other versions. You can either say Q equals and then your location like that, or instead of Q, you can say zip and use a zip code. I don't know what they have available for other countries, but here in the US, you can use zip code. You could probably do this in the UK and Canada too. You'll have to look if you're somewhere else, sorry. And then you can also use latitude and longitude, which was pretty funny because the first time I did this, I just put in 81.9 for my longitude, and I forgot the negative. So it had me somewhere way out on the other side of the world. But these are the 3 different methods you can use. And there's tons of different options, too. You can change the units from imperial, which we talked about last time. There's different language settings. So read their website for a lot more information. I'm just going into the basics here. But I'm going to stick with the zip code version, I think, in this one, because that's just the easiest punch in a zip code, right? Okay, we got to do some modifications on this guy. So let's design this. First thing is let's change this today's date to current, zip code. We're going to put the zip code in first. So this guy, we no longer need a control source. Leave that unbound. Let's change the name of this to just zip. It's no longer a short date. And I am going to put a default value in there of 33909. That's my zip code in Cape Coral, Florida. Now for this class, we don't need these buttons. You guys can go away. Let's change this while I'm at it real quick. Why not? Weather API. Whoops. Weather API. And I'm going to slide you over here. I'm going to put this button down below it. All right. Get current weather. And we're going to status the response that comes back from the API. So we'll keep this little status box here. And if you don't know what the status box is, I use this in a lot of my videos. I got a whole separate video on the status box. Here it is. I'll put a link down below. It's basically just a message box alternative, right? Instead of message boxing stuff and popping something up, you can just put it in this little gray box. All right, now get current weather. We are going to go to build event, see what we got in here. All right, so this guy basically calls a function called getUTCTime and then just displays the status there. So we're going to change this getUTCTime, and I believe that is in this getTime module. So if we open that up, here's this stuff. All right, let's change some stuff around here. So we're going to say instead of getUTCTime, we're going to change this to getWeather as a string. We're going to return a string back, all the information that comes back to us. We need the HTTP object, the response text, the URL. We don't need this L and S. Okay, now my URL is where you're going to put your URL that we've been building. I'm going to copy it from where I have it in my clipboard. Where are you? Where's the clipboard? Oh, wrong one. There you are. I found you. There you are. Okay, let's copy this. Copy, move you out of the way, and paste right here, URL. Boom, there it is. It's pretty long. Let's split it up. I'm going to split it up right here after that question mark. And we'll put it on the next line like that. Now the zip code we're going to specify on the form. All right. Now this is a module, so we have to use the full name of that form. Okay, which is what we're going to close off our quotes, and forms main menu F zip is the name of the field. Right? I just smacked that right inside the string there. Okay. The next thing we need is the API key. Now, I'm going to put the API key in a separate module because if I put it up here, I'm going to accidentally flash it at least 3 times during the video, and I don't want you getting my API key. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to create a new module, and I'm going to say global constant API key equals, and I'm going to put my API key right there. And then I can use this constant called API key, and I don't have to worry about you seeing this. In fact, I'm going to save this as Rick's API key. And you can come in here if you want to put your API key in here, or just move this into there. Whatever you want to do. I don't care. All right. But I'm going to paste my API key in there, and then you're not going to see this anymore. Okay, so the API key's in there. Now I can take this and just delete that and put the API key out here. See? And then it just goes out and gets that constant. Nice and easy. Okay, so we got there. We got this is the same, this is the same, this is the same, this is the same, this is the same. And right down here we got S equals response text. All I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff here. That's where we do the calculations for the date and stuff. And I'm just going to say get weather equals response text. So this guy is literally just going to go out to this address, get the data back, and return it as part of this function call. Pretty easy, right? All right, let's go back to the main menu. All right, main menu, right-click, build event. Here's the button for that. Now, it's no longer get UTC time, and it's no longer a date. This is going to be S as a string. And S is going to be get weather. And what are we going to do with it? Well, we're just going to status it. Status S. All right. Save it. Give me a debug compile. Make sure everything's good. Everything compiles. Okay, great. And let's come over here. Close it. Open it. That moves. I got code in here that moves. This is one of my older ones. I used to have in this Rick's mod keep out. I used to have code in here that would move the startup window. I'm just going to exit sub this. You can keep this if you want to. This is so that when I log on, it would put the window in the middle of my screen for recording purposes, but I don't use it anymore. Okay, let's try that again. Get weather, and boom, there it is. It went out and grabbed this stuff from the web, from the website we specified, openweathermap.org. All right, now, while we're building this, I'm going to take all of this code that's in here. So I'm going to shift F2. We're going to, oop, that's really big. Let's move this like this. I want to copy all of this and drop this on my clipboard as well, because there's a lot of data in here. We need to go through and parse it. So just copy that to your clipboard. Here, come back to my handy dandy clipboard. We're going to put this on the bottom. I use a clipboard constantly when I'm programming, constantly, just to put stuff back and forth. All right, so save this. Now, what we're going to do next is parse the bits of data out of here that we need. For example, the temperature is right here. Let me just squeeze this a little bit so you can see it better. There we go. Okay. Temperature value equals right there. You can probably even grab it from here. Okay. That's what you want. That's the start of the temperature value. And it's going to end with the next quote. So we're going to use my find between function to pull that out of this string. Once again, as a reminder, here's the find between video where I explain how this code was built. If you are a gold member, you can come to the find between page. There's a link down below, and you can go right to the code vault and grab the find between code. If you're a silver member or you're not a member at all, here it is. Get typing. I'm just going to hit copy, and now it's on my clipboard. See? Benefits of being a gold member, or platinum if you want. All right. Back over here, let's go to the global module, and I'm just going to paste that in the bottom here under my sleep function. Boom, there it is. So now I've got find between. And again, if you want to learn how this thing was built, go watch the find between video. Okay? Okay. Now, back to here. Let's make another variable real quick, t as a string. And we're going to say t equals find between. Where's the string? Well, that's in the status box. That's the box on the main menu that's got the data in it, right? Status box. All right. What's the start of the string? Now, put a set of quotes like that for this to start with. Trust me. Okay? Now go back to your clipboard. That's the text you're looking for the beginning of it. Notice it's got a double quote inside there. Now, what you have to do in Access, this goes back to beginner or early expert level stuff, right? For every one of these inside of a string, you have to put a double quote. All right, so I'm going to take this, copy it, come back over here inside those quotes, and paste that, but I got to make one more quote because this becomes a double quote inside the quotes. That says there's a literal quote there. This is a topic that's confusing for a lot of people, including advanced developers. I personally sometimes have to stop and think a couple times about how many quotes do I need. So go watch this video if you need more help. I talk a lot more about the double quotes problem. Okay, go watch this. All right, so back to this guy. All right, copy. Now we need, what are you looking for the end of the string? Well, that's just the closing quotes, right? So it's going to be quote, 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 right? That's a literal set of quotes inside of a string. Okay? Now we're just going to message box T, and we'll see what that value is. All right? Save it. Do a debug compile. All right, everything checks out. Let's come back over. Oh, you get out of the way. Come back over here. Hit the button. Bink. And there's my temperature, 79.05. And that's about right. It's about 79 degrees outside. Not too bad tonight. And if you look in here, you should be able to see that. 79. There, right there it is. 79.05. I don't think their feels right is right because it's a little more humid. So this might be something with their data. Because I've been working with this for the past couple hours, and that hasn't changed. The current temperature is always the same as the feels right. What's the humidity? 92. Yeah, it's up there. It feels like it's about to rain, folks. All right, now what you can do is you can take this, instead of putting it in T and message boxing it, why not throw it in some more fields in here, right? Design view. Copy this guy, copy, paste. I'm going to put that over here. We're going to do current temp. We're going to do, let's change this here to current temp. Oh, come on. Current temp. Can you guys read this text okay? Is this big enough for you to see? I know YouTube sometimes compresses the video. It makes it a little harder to see this. I know my website has clearer video than YouTube does. So let me know. Post in the comments down below. If you have problems reading this text, let me know. We'll do current temp. We'll do feels like, even though I don't think it's right. Feels like. I know I zoom in on text if it's something that's really important to see. Like, oop, why is my box so big? There it is. Feels like, right? Okay. That's interesting to know, by the way. If you zoom in like this, and then let's say you change the dimensions of this box, if you hit OK, it saves the dimensions. If you hit cancel, it doesn't, right? If you open it up again, it's back to its old dimensions. I discovered that a little while ago. Feels like I got the location. And then we'll do the current date and time. Date, time, and then we'll call this date, time. It's funny because date is a reserved word in Access, time is a reserved word in Access, but date time is not. So you can use date time safely. But don't always use like date or just time. Always have it like, order date, appointment date, that kind of stuff. Never use just date, just like you don't want to use name. Those are all reserved words. All right, daytime, location, feels like, and current temp. Come over here, we'll do the same thing. Now, we can get rid of the T. We don't need T anymore. I just put that in there so we can message box. All right, we're going to say, right here, it's current temp equals that. I'm just going to copy and paste this. Copy, paste, paste. We only need 3 of them because daytime is just a date time equals now, like that. All right, we got feels like, and we got location. All right, now let's take a look at our text. Feels like is, where are you? That's up here. Yeah, I like to squish this so you can see it all together. All right, there it is. Feels like value equals right there. All right, that's what we need. Basically, it's just replacing temperature with feels like in the other one. All right. Just like that. Location, what does location look like? Location is here. Okay, so we need... Now, I've noticed, I did some playing with this before, and I've noticed that city ID is always 0, unless you specify a city ID. You can give a city ID. If you guys find out that this is different, let me know. And also, when you do this, no matter how you get it, whether it's the zip code or not, it'll give you the longitude and latitude. That's pretty cool. Okay? So for this one, we're looking for city ID equals 0 and the name equals. And notice all the quotes in there, so we got to fix all of those. All right, so for location, it's going to be that, but then we got to go quote, 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 like that. And I think that's all we have to do. Yeah, okay. All right, save it. Debug compile. Click the button, close it, open it, and... Oh, wait a minute. I got my default value and all that. Well, let's get rid of that. Select all of these guys. Data, default value. Forgot to take that out of there. All right. Now save it. Close it. Open it. And click the button. And there we go. Obviously, you got to make this bigger. And yeah, see, I don't think there feels right is working. Oh well. You can take that with them. There we go. Beautiful. That's it. And you can pull out whatever other information you want out of here. There's more stuff. There's wind speed and pressure and all that stuff. And they've got different other APIs. You can get forecasts. You can get little pictures, like the little sunshine. They've got free and paid accounts, so go check them out. It's a good service. I endorse them fully, and it works. So give them your patronage if you can. But yeah, that's about going to cover it. If you like this stuff, if you like learning with me and you want to learn more about VBA, come to my website. Come to the website. Come. I'm trying to be like a siren. I got lots and lots of lessons. If you like my quirky teaching style and you enjoy my fantastic sense of humor, then come and learn some more from me. I got lots of lessons here. Also consider signing up and joining if you want to become a member. Obviously, as a silver member, you get all of my extended cut videos. You get a free beginner class every month, which you may or may not need. Oops, someone just beaming in. Gold members can get an expert level class every month. And platinum members can get a free developer level class every month after you've finished all the beginner and expert ones. There's all kinds of cool stuff available on my website. Come and check it out. But that is going to be your Tech Help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. A special thank you and shout out to our diamond sponsor, Juan Soto with Access Experts Software Solutions. They're manufacturing experts specializing in Microsoft Access and SQL Server. Juan is a 13-time Microsoft Access MVP. Check them out at accessexperts.com. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free Tech Help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access, and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, Level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch Level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my TechHelp page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the TechHelp page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut TechHelp videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my TechHelp videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any TechHelp questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for TechHelp questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.